Guys, so today is September 7th, Monday, and I just wanted to say hi. Welcome to the team meeting. First of all, I wanted to start with some recognition. Since August was our second highest selling month, I wanted to go over some of our team numbers. We had lots of great people that hit 200 in PV in August. Those 200 PV is where you get qualified, which means, which is a great number to hit, especially if you're team building. That's something that you want your team members to be hitting consistently as well. For our, let's see, here we go. For our $200 club, we have Charlene Waymeyer, Tammy Peters, Yoli Raskin, and Amanda Taylor. Congrats, guys, for hitting that 200 PV goal. For our $500 club, that is our team builder goal. So if you're wanting to earn PV off of your team, this is the numbers. This is the PV that you want to hit. So congrats to Vicky Marie, Jamie Phelps, Tabitha Whitehead, and Laura Dudley. Congrats on hitting that 500 PV. For the people that are growing their team this month, congrats to Tabitha Whitehead and Amanda Taylor. And then for all of those that were getting in orders this month and working their business, congrats to you guys. We have Selena Moran, Angela Schoenberg, Jessica Egbert, Jessica Alexander, Jennifer Kewen, and Alexa Werner. So congrats, guys. You guys, everybody did awesome in August, so thank you for contributing to our second best month ever. So it's really exciting, especially because September is not, or October, I'm sorry, August is not usually a high selling period. So I can't wait to see what you guys all do in the holiday months. So today I wanted to go over different things that I wanted you guys, if you guys had questions on events. So since the holiday season is coming, we do have a lot of event opportunities. So a lot of like Christmas boutiques and stuff like that. So for these events, for anybody that is new, or anyone that's old, this is a great way to reach out of your warm market and into the into the coal, getting into, I'm sorry, reaching out into the warm market, or reaching out of your warm market, and basically expanding your business. So this is where you're going to be able to find new people to share the opportunity with, new people that you can book events with. And it's just a really, really great way to kind of get out of the circle that you've built with your team. So for finding events, first things, like a lot of people don't understand, finding events it can be difficult depending on where you're looking, and selecting them can be even harder. So I always say that if you're going to do an event, you have to keep in mind that it is hit or miss. So even if you are doing the same event consistently, there may be some years that are just off and your numbers will not match what you are used to. With finding these events, there are numerous vendor pages on Facebook, vendor groups where you can find these events, and they're all local to your area. So if you do not know about these events, I would look around on Facebook, look for them, and also talk with other consultants and network and see how they're finding out about their events, or talk to them about what events they like and why they like them. So networking and checking that out is a really great way of doing it. You can also look into events at different venues, like exposition centers and that stuff. Check out their calendar. They'll usually have a calendar of when these events are with like a website link, and so you can learn more about what is taking place at these event places, and if you can be a vendor there. And then, like I said, word of mouth is really one of the best ways of doing it. So, if people that know that you're looking for an event to be at, maybe they'll hear about it, and so they can, tell you about it. So that's a great way of doing that as well. And like I said, selecting an event is a very hit or miss kind of thing, and I always look at doing events as a great way to network as well. And kind of gain experience and get more comfortable with talking to people that you wouldn't normally talk to. So cost is a consideration. So do not do not do an event that you are not comfortable with paying the cost, because for the most part, this money is not the money that you put into an event. You have to keep in mind that you'll want to earn that back, but in earning that back, this might be a long-term investment. This might be, you might be booking parties at this event for the future. So you want to take that into consideration. If you're paying for an event, you may not get that cost back right away, and it's going to take time. When you are talking to different planners about the different events, keep in mind that you want to know different things, like how long have they done this event, how much traffic flow they've had in the past, and if there's other things going on during that weekend. So if it's like a really busy weekend in the town that you're in, is this event going to conflict with the busy weekend, or is this event going to be one of the things that people will go to, if that makes any sense. But for events, I do a lot of events. So I do more events than I do of anything else. And so I am somebody that has a lot of things on my calendar, but I also make sure that I don't overbook myself. So that's something that I really want to stress, is that do not go crazy. Do not stretch yourself too thin and burn out. Events are rough. They can go on. They're usually day-long things, and it's a very rough thing to do when you're by yourself. And if you can always team up with other consultants in your area or with other teammates, but it does take a lot out of you, so keep that in mind. So setting up for an event, usually how I like to do this is I like to put my testers in the front, and then if I have product, I put it more toward the back. So if the way that I do this is I like to have a box of testers, and so all of my sample products I like to keep so it's readily available so that I can easily put it out on the table. If I have inventory, then I will put it, toward the back or behind the tester products. You do not have to keep inventory. In fact, you do not even have to have inventory for an event. So everybody does it different. So you'll want to figure out what is your style. There is a really great story from one of the higher premieres. I'm not sure I'm sure she's gold. She's amazing. So basically what she did is when she first started, she did events with just her starter kit. That's it. She did not add anything else to it. All she did was have her starter kit, and she booked parties. She's really great at booking parties, but that's something that everybody can do too. Booking parties just means that you are sharing the excitement, and you're telling people like you can be excited, like that you're just going to come pamper, and you're going to come share with them what this cool product, and you can turn it into different things. Like you can do like showers, like bridal showers, or girls night out, spa nights. And so that's fun to kind of like brand yourself, and I'm the spa girl or the posh girl, right? And like I said, this person, seriously, she's gold. I'm pretty sure she's gold premier now, and she literally started her business with just her starter kit. She did not add anything else to it, and she went out there and just grew her business. So don't think that you need to stock up on tons and tons of product just to do an event. I know there's a lot of pictures on Posh Talk with a lot of people that have giant booths and tons of inventory and tons of product. But you want to keep in mind that these people have been doing it for years. They have built up their inventory, and they have built up their display pieces. So that is something you can strive for, but that's not necessarily what you're going to have right off the bat. And even for me, since I do usually keep cash and carry on me, I actually don't keep as much cash and carry on me as you might think. So like, for example, I've been doing more events with local consultants around, and, we usually bring all of our cash and carry together, and sell it, as a team. Right. And these guys have so much inventory, and I'm like, I feel like I am inadequate. But honestly, I shouldn't feel that way, because I've been able to work my events by myself, and with what I have. And so I just want to make sure that you guys don't feel like you need to do what you see everyone else doing. And if you guys didn't see, Jamie posted on the Posh Hearts page, and Jamie actually doesn't do cash and carry. Jamie does. She books parties at her events, which you totally can do. She does a dice game. You've seen other consultants do other things where, like, if you book something, you win a prize and that kind of fun stuff. So there are a ton of different things that you can do at a party or at an event to get people interested. You can host, you can have fun games, you can have your own specials there, you can have booking specials, you can offer a gift for people who book a party, you can have sales and that kind of stuff. You can have a sale, you can direct them to your website to order. There's a lot of things that you can do now, especially with the new perks program. You really can direct people to your website and tell them that they get 250 perks when they sign up, that they can use right away. That's a great incentive for people who don't need to have their product right away. And then, so during your event, something that you want to make sure that you do is keep in mind that you are going to be at this event all day, and you want to make sure that you bring enough provisions. You want to make sure you have plenty of water, lots of snacks, and make friends with your neighbors. I mean, if you need to run away walk away for a minute and, run to the bathroom or something, have your neighbor can help you watch your booth for you, and make sure, and vice versa. You can help them when they run off as well. When people are coming by your booth or by your table, you want to make sure you're greeting them and making them feel welcome. Say hi, make them feel welcome. Think about how you would want to be treated if you walked into somebody's booth or you were passing by someone's booth. Are you more likely to walk up to a table when someone is sitting at the table, like directly behind the table, and just staring at people and not saying anything? Or if they're just reading a book, or if they're talking on the phone, are you going to actually, think, are you really going to go up to them and have them say, are you going to go up to them and be like, tell me what you have? Probably not. You don't really feel like they want you there, and that's just kind of weird. I personally hate it when I'm in a booth and I've been in there for 30 seconds and they have not greeted me at all. I'm just like, really? I just feel like I'm intruding, so keep that in mind. You want to greet people, make them feel welcome, let them know they can try things. All the products that have tester stickers, go ahead, try, test. You're here to share, you're not here to be pushy or anything like that. Make sure you're talking to people, hey, have a smile on your face. You're not coming up to people with your arms crossed and staring at the ground. You want to look at them and make them feel welcome, like I said. And let's see. Oh, and my biggest thing with events is I want to make sure that everybody is keep it simple. You don't have to have crazy display items. You don't have to have tons of inventory, tons of testers. You don't need tons of signs or whatnot. Just keep it simple. Make it easy for people to know, to see what you have and to look through your product, and just, so that you can share Posh with them as best you can. You don't need to go out and buy tons of different display pieces. You don't have to you don't have to go spend hundreds of dollars on product. All you really need to do is go out there, share Posh, and you'll see that it really does help. And then, thank you, Jamie. Take a friend with you. It's fun, and they might sign up later if they think it's fun too. That is so true. I love when I have friends come and visit me. I'm always like, come hang out. It'll be so much fun. And it's fun because then you can it's best when you're doing an event with a friend, especially somebody that you can get along with, because the energy in the booth is like amazing. It's so positive, and I think that when they come into the your booth, the customers can tell, and they feed off of it. Something else, yes, keep in mind, keep it cheap. Definitely keep it cheap. Don't invest in a super crazy event, and don't put in tons of money for something. Like, you just really want to keep it pretty simple. Jamie, do you want to get on and say anything? Any tips from you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I'm
I'm
sorry, did
sorry.
you say something?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're super quiet, but I think it's because my volume
Okay,
is
I'm
super
gonna
quiet.
like
There you go.
squeeze up to the mic.
Hello.
Hi. Um, yeah, I just wanted to reiterate what you were saying earlier about where people find their events. And honestly, my best suggestion is ask other vendor friends that you know, find out where or who the Chamber of Commerce is, who's in charge of that, because they do monthly events all the time. And if you're a member, then they let you set up a booth. But if you're not a member, their events are still free. You can still go to their events. You just won't have a table, but you can go as far as a networker and pass out cards and make connections with people. And from there, you can find out where different events are. Also, right now is a really good time to contact elementary schools. They usually do a lot of fall festivals around this time, September, October, November, and December. They do a lot of fall festivals, Christmas extravaganzas. And if they're elementary school, they're probably going to charge you anywhere from $25 to $50 to have a table. They provide it and everything. So those are really good to get into right now because they're popular. Also, Optimist clubs, the Lions Club, contact all of those places because a lot of times they have events, fundraising events and stuff like that, and they'll sell you a booth or a table for X amount of dollars, and then you can get in. And that's a way you can get your foot in the door, because once you go to one vendor event, then you'll meet a ton of people that start telling you, oh, well, I'm doing this other thing, next weekend. Have you heard about that? And that's how I ended up meeting a lot of friends and getting involved with different networking events and getting involved with different vendor events was really word of mouth, because when they like you, they'll share that information with you. And then Simone already shared earlier about how I used to go to events. I would pay my whatever fee, $50 or $30, and I would leave very disappointed because I would only sell maybe $10 worth of product, or I would maybe get one or two contacts. And so I would always leave and I would feel defeated. But now I changed my mindset, and the way I see these vendor events now is, okay, whatever the cost is, let's say it's $50 to do this vendor event. The way I see it is I'm spending $50 for advertising. That's my new mindset. So whatever the cost is, if you think about it, like, okay, I'm not going to sell $50 worth of product, or even, it would have to be 160 some odd dollars worth of product just to break even, because of course we don't make 100% commission. But if you switch your mindset to where, okay, I'm paying $50 or whatever amount it is, to this is how much it's costing me to get my name out there. This is how much it's costing me to advertise. Then it's better, because then you don't leave defeated, even if you didn't sell anything. And so I used to try to have stock, and honestly, it was too hard for me, because I would try to have like one of every product or one of every chunk. And then of course they would buy the one gender bender, and then the next customer would come and that's the same one they want, the one I don't happen to have. And so I would always feel defeated. So I gave up on inventory. I gave up on keeping a stock altogether. I do keep a few things for my like super loyal customers that'll call me at the last second. Jamie, I ran out of my BFF like last night. Come over this morning, I need it now. And so I do keep some things, but for the most part, I don't keep any stock. And what I do now at the vendor events is I do like this little dice game. I have my testers so that they can try everything, fall in love with everything. Remember, our goal is to put the posh on the people. But you don't want to have stock anyways, in my opinion, because you want them to earn perks. You want them to become consistent customers. And if you're selling them stock, number one, you might make just that one sale and never hear from them again. But number two, they're not going to earn perks. So who's earning perks? You. And it's not really worth it, because then they're not going to keep purchasing from you. It's not an incentive to keep purchasing from you. My dice game, you can get 3x5 cards or 5x7 cards and just write the numbers 2 through 12, 2 and then 3 and then 4 all the way up to 12, one number on each card. And then on the back, put from like when they roll the dice, they're probably not going to roll a 2, which is snake eyes, 1 and 1, and they're probably not going to roll a 12. And so for me, I do number 2 as my grand prize. And what I do is I'll set like a beautiful basket, and it's all in the display, because I can put a chunk soap in there and a big fat yummy hand cream. And if I make it a big extravagant basket, they're going to be like, ooh la la, I really want that, and they're going to want to play your dice game. And so on the number 2 is my grand prize. Nobody's ever hit it, just so you know. And I do a lot of these events. Now, it's possible that they can hit it, but so far, so good. I haven't actually given it away. And then on the number 12 card, I do like a lip balm and a good sample pack, like a sample of all kinds of different things. So that's 2 and 12. In between, from like 3 to 6, I do mix and match. 10% off your order, free shipping. Don't ever do more than 20% off your order, because then you're not even making any commission. I just do random things. Free chunk soap, and then it's not a whole chunk soap, it's a sample chunk soap. And so that's their prize. But you can do different things. And then from like number 7 to number 11, I do a $25 in free product. And that I'm really excited about. And oh, you hit the big time. And I get excited with these people. And really, it's $25 in free product at their party, which means, and this is exactly how I tell it to them. I say, oh, I'm so excited. You won $25 in free products, and you can pick whatever you want in the catalog. And since everything's under $25, you can pick like one big item, or you can mix and match and do lots of little things. But you get whatever you want, $25 in free product. And the only thing you have to do is just invite me to come over to your house. I spoil you ridiculously. You invite a few friends and family members, and then they fall in love with the product. They'll make their purchase. You'll get your free $25 in free product. And then just let me know what date works for you. Do you want a weekday or a weekend? And then I don't ever give them the opportunity to say, well, no, that's not something I want to do. Of course, you're going to get those people. No, I don't want to book a party. And if you do, boom, slam them with the portable party and let them know they can do a portable party. They don't get their free $25 in product until their party closes. So it's like an incentive. You want to do this party, no pressure, $25. The only way you can claim it, though, is by having a party. So it's just an idea. You can tweak that dice game however you want. That's just something I do. I think of vendor events as getting contact information about the people, getting my name out there, and advertising, getting the posh on the people, advertising, trying to book parties. And if I have enough room on my table, I usually I don't do free drawings anymore, because I want them to play my dice game so that I can get their contact information at that time, and then hopefully book a party with them later on. But if you have room, you can even just put like, sign up for my newsletter or something like that, and then they can sign their name, and then they can put their email address if you want. I don't do that because I'm really bad at follow-up. I probably shouldn't admit that, but anyways, that's what I do, and I'll be happy to like show you like a demo or something like that in a future training or video or something like that. If you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. That's it.
I love that. No, you should totally film a demo. Like, that would be awesome. But like,
Okay.
this is a great example because you and I, like, we approach events completely different. Like, I honestly, I don't do that. Like, I do cash and carry. I do the giveaway things. I take emails for newsletters, but there's no wrong way of doing it. Like, you know, like the dice. I love the dicing because a lot of people want to like spin a wheel, but how many people own a wheel? Like, no one. Don't spend money on a
Yes.
wheel. You
I'm
have
not,
dice
I'm
sitting
not
around your
crafty
house.
enough. Yeah, I'm not crafty enough to make a wheel. And I looked at them online. I was like, oh, how fun this would be. And they're not cheap. And so I'm super cheap. So you know what? 3x5 cards, laminate them at your local teacher outlet type thing. And yeah, go cheap.
I know, like that's totally my thing. Like, you look at all the people on Posh Talk and they're great, but I'm not going to spend money on that. I'm sorry. I'm just going to keep my cheapo IKEA boxes and use them until they're dead. Like, that's honestly what I'm going to do. And they work just fine.
Right?
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Jamie. Definitely show us do a video demo. Like, I would love to see that. Okay. So, hopefully that answers everyone's kind of questions. If you guys have any questions, we'll continue over on the Posh Hearts group page. If you guys have any questions at all, even after you've watched this, feel free to post on the team page. We are so ready and willing to answer any questions. So thank you guys for joining us this week. I will talk to you guys next week.